YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about 4 things that I wish I knew before moving to Germany. Although we're going through COVID-19 right now, I think now's the perfect time for you to get ready to make that jump when it's safe for you to move to Europe or move wherever. In this video, I'm going to talk about 4 things that I wish that I knew before I came to Germany. German resumes and German cover letters. For those who are not millionaires or billionaires or who don't have a trust fund, we need to have a job, okay? We need to have a job, and to get a job here in Germany, you need a cover letter. And if you apply for American companies, for example, they usually take an American standard, but it's really good to have a German CV as well as have a German styled cover letter. It should be concise and calm as possible. In America, we tend to use big words like, I spearheaded, or I, kickstarted, I did all this stuff, and I blah, 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 basically just talking yourself up. You just keep that to a minimum, keep it nice and humble, keep it relaxed, keep it direct as possible. Know that when you move to Germany, Germany is a place that they take every single description seriously when it comes to the job. In my past video, I talked about how I want Germany to be in a place where they can be okay with ambiguity. Because in the States, and even in China, they take your package as a whole. So let's just say that you're applying for a position that's in marketing, but you didn't study marketing. However, you have marketing experience and you have good people experience. In America, we would say, okay, he doesn't have the degree, but he has all these other things that can contribute to also like helping him excel in the job. So let's take him. In Germany, it's not always the case. Sometimes I always say that in Germany, usually it's kind of like there's no room for growth because in many ways they want you to already be ready to be a marketer. So you need to basically be able to outline why is it that your education has taught you to be a marketer, in marketing. Why is it that your internship was good to put you in marketing, X, Y, Z. So it's less ambiguous as it is in the States. They're not as open to being receptive of ambiguity. So you need to be very crisp and clear as possible, as well as in the cover letter. It's good to also put the address in the cover letter. I will attach a few links in the description box below so that you can click on them, and there are also a few videos that I will recommend to you just to know how to get a German cover letter and German CV very, very Germanized so that it goes directly to their eyes and they won't look at it like, oh, this is not something I'm gonna look at. This is the one that I had to learn the hard way. This is particularly speaking for, I guess, Americans, because I can only speak for Americans. I don't know how everybody else is, but in many ways, we are very impulsive. You need to give them the space to take your app into consideration. If you constantly call and call and call, the chances are they could get pissed off by you constantly asking about or inquiring about your application. So just wait for them to call you back. And I guess what I would do for those that are impulsive like me, advice that I would give to you is I suggest you obviously widen your range. So if you find a really good job that you like, do research to find another company that you may like as well, so that in the meantime, while you're waiting on a response for the company, you're not like in this loophole and don't feel like you're not getting stuff accomplished, or it's just taking forever to hear back from the company. Know that impulsiveness is not always well received by recruitment. Keep it calm. I say 2 weeks is okay to call, but if you call, for example, often and email often, they may actually throw your app in the garbage because they want to do things their own way. So don't be as impulsive. Church taxes, nobody talks about this, okay? When you come to Germany, you have to do an Anmeldung, so you have to get registered. It's an option for you to not pay church taxes. When you do your Anmeldung, check the box that you are not religious, okay? Because if you leave it open to their discretion, everybody will pay church taxes, regardless of your denomination, regardless of what religion you believe in. They ask you directly, what is your religion? You have to be very careful and read it and say, like, if you are Christian or if you're not Christian. If you select Christian, I do believe, or Catholic, I think that you'll have to pay church taxes. And believe me, depending on how much money you make, it can add up to a huge, huge portion of your salary, so remember that. And of course, the German language. I think it honestly depends on what industry you're in or where you live, but I wish I really took German more seriously in China before moving to Germany, because I really realized that if you are someone who is really adventurous and you want to be in an industry that It's not in Berlin, for example, where there's a lot of international companies, where a lot of English is needed, where a lot of English is spoken, etc. It is better that you start learning German as soon as possible. Easy German is a good resource I can recommend, as well as watching the news. Even if you don't understand it, just exposing yourself to it. Tagesschau is really good. Duolingo is a really good app that I use on the daily. For example, they'll say you don't even need to speak German in the place of work, but they just want to be able to communicate with you. I think Germans are still, particularly speaking in Bavaria, are quite conservative in terms of foreigners. If you don't speak German, you will automatically, depending on what industry you're in, be placed in the non-German speaking, non-engineer foreigner box. You will set yourself apart from everybody else who is applying for the job who is in a similar situation as you if you speak some German. Always let them know on your CV as well as your cover letter, hey, I'm speaking German, I can speak German, I'm learning German every day, I love German culture, I want to be here for a long time, etc. Recap. 1, I would work really hard to make sure that I master German CV, a German cover letter. A tip for you to put on your resume and your cover letter is that you plan to be here for a long time, because particularly speaking in Munich, a lot of people feel that if you're coming to Munich, you're not going to be here for a long time. They don't know how long you're going to stay. You know, most people do tend to go back home to their countries, particularly speaking the Americans who are here. So it's good to let them know that you're here to stay. Also, impulsiveness, which means like the aggressive tonicity, tone it down a little bit, let them call you back. Just widen your approach for jobs to make up for the impulsiveness. And then church taxes. Select what religion you are. If you don't want to pay church taxes, you can select non-denominational or non-Christian. And then of course, German. In your cover letter and your CV, make it clear that you're interested in learning German, that you have been learning German. And then on the side, when you're not working, do learn German so that you have a lot of opportunity here in the future. Okay guys, those are 4 things that I would recommend to those who are looking for jobs here in Munich. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this video. If you also are living in Germany and if you have any other recommendations, please do let us know in the comment section. We are a community, we're growing, we're learning together. So I would love to see some exchanges in the comment section. So thank you guys again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Tschüss!